in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this little blacksmith shop. I really enjoyed this build. It was really fun building something like super small and trying to pack it with as much detail as possible. But before I get into the tutorial, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so I started with the area all marked out. It's super simple. From orange block to orange block, it's just 9 by 9. And then all the cobbled deep slate around the outside, I just used it for the flooring, and then I added a little deck, which could be however big or however small you want it. So the measurements for that aren't really important. I'm starting with some stripped dark oak wood, and I'm placing that on the orange blocks. 8 blocks tall in the front. And in the back, I'm going to place it 6 blocks tall. Then I'm using just lime terracotta as an extra block. You'll remove this, and I'm placing that around the entire build, 1 block down from the top, so that I can place some more stripped dark oak bark blocks on top of that. Just because I want them all to face up, you could have them all face across too, and you wouldn't have to add the extra blocks. I just think this looks a bit cleaner. And once I have that, I'm placing another row of stripped dark oak bark blocks on the bottom, but only in the front. Then I'm going to remove all the extra blocks from the other sides, but you can leave them there in the front one. Then I'm going to take some spruce planks, and I'm placing that around the outside of the build at the bottom. 1 block in from the dark oak bark blocks. I'm just leaving some gaps for the doors. You can really put those wherever you want. Then I'm doing the walls in this lime terracotta, filling in the corners. And I like to always outline it first, just because it's easier for my brain to process. So I outline it first, and then I added some windows. And I chose these little like 2x1 tall windows, just because I thought it fit in the wall that's 7 across. Then on the wall of the left side, when you're looking at it, I just left it totally blank with no windows. And that's how it looks right now. Then I'm moving back up to the top bit. We're going to build like the little sign on top. I'm adding 3 more stripped dark oak bark blocks. Then I'm using some spruce slabs and stairs to outline this. I'm adding a right side up one and an upside down one, then 3 slabs along the bottom. Then I'm adding another stripped dark oak bark block and some more stairs and a slab between that, and then some more stripped dark oak bark blocks on top of that. Then behind the back, I'm just filling in with some lime terracotta. So it should look like this. Then very last, I'm going to add a button to each side and an anvil in the center, so it looks like a little sign. Originally, I was going to try and build an anvil to be the sign, but then I thought, why not just put an anvil up there? Then around the outside, I'm going to make a little like scalloped edge by placing slabs every other block and trapdoors every other block. Except for around this left side in this back corner, you don't have to place anything on the roof there because that's going to be covered up by a chimney later. Once I have that done, I'm adding some trapdoors around the outside bottom edge, and I'm just placing them on these sides over here that don't have anything. And then along that side, it's going to have the chimney on it, and the front, you don't really have to add them. You can add them kind of last because we're going to put a little bit of like some furniture and stuff. So you'll just add it to wherever it doesn't have a block in front of it. Finishing off that door there, and this door I'm adding a stair, and this one I'm just dividing where the door was into a 1x1 window and a door on the back. And that's like almost the entire base of the building done. Now I'm just using some spruce planks to fill in the roof. Super simple, just fill in the entire roof. Then I'm using some more dark oak bark blocks to cover up this really ugly terracotta bit. I'm adding 1 on the very edge, then 2, then just 1 on top of all of this terracotta. There. Then I'm covering up the back by adding some spruce trapdoors. Then I'm going to finish off the roof with a railing around it, making sure not to put some fences where I'm going to put that chimney. Of course you can and just break it later, which either way works best. And I'll go ahead and break those dark oak bark blocks while I remember. Now I'm going to build a chimney. I'm starting with a 3x2 of cobbled deep slate. Then I'm putting 3 more in the back, 1 on each side. We're leaving a little gap here because that's going to be a blast furnace. We're putting another layer right on top of that. Then some in the center and the back. So it should look like this. That's going to be a blast furnace, and then we're leaving a gap for some stairs. And we're building that all the way up till it's equal with the railing. And I'm going to place another deep slate block in the back. Then I'm going to put some deep slate stairs on those 2 sides there we left at the bottom and around the top. Then at the top, we're going to put some, then I'm going to go ahead and add some trapdoors around the top and put a campfire in there so that our chimney actually smokes. Then I'm just adding a blast furnace into the bottom here, and it's done. I'm outlining the little outside area, this porch here, with some fences and adding a gate. Then I'm moving on to this awning in the front. I'm adding just some right side up spruce stairs and 2 trapdoors right next to that. At the end of here, I'm putting some cobbled deep slate walls and then connecting it up with spruce fences. Then I'm adding a gate to each side and a fence to connect it to the wall. Now the entire like outside and structure of the building is completely done. I'm just starting to add some little finishing touches, like a table out here made with upside down stairs and a slab. I'm also adding some barrels around. Then I'm just furnishing the outside using some anvils, crafting tables, and some trapdoors to make some shelves. And I'm adding some trapdoors around the outside of this oven at the bottom. All that's left to do once I have that done is to fill in the windows with glass. Then I just have to do the inside. And for the inside, you could really do whatever you wanted. I decided to add a counter with some upside down stairs and slabs, using a trapdoor as a little door here. Then I'm using some trapdoors and chains to add some shelves. I'm putting some a little bit lower, some a little bit higher, all different lengths, kind of just all around, connecting those up with chains. Then I'm adding some barrels all around, some as tables, some sitting up as like high cabinets. And then because it is a blacksmithing shop, I'm adding some armor stands around, because obviously the blacksmith would have a bunch of armor. So I'm just adding that all around, and I'm also using some campfires and making sure to put them out as a little bit more decoration. Then I'm adding all the doors, and it's really done. But I'm just adding a few lanterns around the outside and the inside. All that's left to do is fill the armor stands. It's really quick to build, and it's super fun. I really enjoyed building this. I originally built it for the Badlands SMP, if y'all remember that, when I used to play on that. The Badlands has sadly ended, but I couldn't let this build go with it. I just had to show it to you guys. I also think the combo of stripped dark oak and green is just unmatched. Let me know what you think about this build in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.